Hello again, everyone. Max Ryan again from AttractPositiveResults.com, and welcome back to my kitchen. If you remember, a few weeks ago, I started to do an experiment that is very famous, an experiment by Dr. Emoto, who's very famous for his water experiments. His work is featured in the movie What the Bleep Do We Know? Got to see that movie because it's amazing. So check that out. But I wanted to reproduce an experiment he did with rice. And he took 3 sets of rice, and on one of the jars he wrote "thank you," and the other one he wrote "you fool." The other one he wrote nothing and ignored it. Okay? So I started this 49 days ago, and so it was March 16th that it was all done, and I want to show you the results. It's very interesting, and it might not be exactly what you think. First of all, I want to show you, if you remember, the red one was the thank you. So for the last 49 days, I have been giving attention, saying thank you to this jar. I've been saying thank you, giving it lots of nice love energy. Now, if you can see, this jar has a little bit of mold in it. There's a little bit of mold going on in there. Okay, do you see it? It's a little black. Okay, so, interesting, okay? Now, the other one was "you fool." Now, it's interesting because the "you fool" one I didn't give as much energy to. It's interesting. But I did say "you fool" to it, pretty much every day. I had to go away a couple of days, so I couldn't really do it all the time. But this is the blue one is "you fool." That's my writing, my crazy writing. Now, this one's interesting. This doesn't have hardly any. It's got some yellowing, and so interesting. I wasn't giving it as much attention, I have to say that, first of all. But I was just sort of like, "you fool." This one, the thank you, got more attention, but it does have some molding, okay? Now, this is what's interesting. There's the third jar that has been ignored. It was behind the other jars. I didn't give it any attention at all. Look at this jar. This is the jar. Look at that. Look at that. That's crazy. That is crazy. Now, this is the one that didn't get any energy, negative or positive. I wasn't giving this any energy. It was behind. I didn't look at it at all. Now, this completely coincides with Dr. Emoto's findings that it was the one that didn't get it that got the worst mold, that was falling apart the most. Now, he did this with children, and his point being, when he was all done, if you don't give attention to your children, they die inside. That's sad. That's sad. So, first of all, if you've got children, you've got to give them attention. You have to give them attention. You have to give them focus. You've got to give them attention. They feel it and they know it. Okay? Now, the other part of this is, what area of your life are you not giving attention to? I teach this all the time with Law of Attraction. People always decide, oh, I want to have the house, I want to have the career, they write it down, and then they look at it for a couple of weeks or maybe a few days, and then they forget about it. And then that thing starts to mold. It starts to literally die. The dream starts to die. Actually, the spark of it is still in there, but you've got to give what you want in your life attention. That's how we are co-creating with the universe. We've got to focus. We've got to say, you know what? It feels good to think about the house. It feels good to think about this new job. It feels good to have a career that I really want, and focus on it and give it some attention. If you don't give it attention, it's going to become this. I don't want that for you. This, in emotional speak, in our reality, is guilt, is shame, is fear. You're not giving it attention, so it becomes this area of guilt and shame. Oh, I know I could have it, but I haven't been giving it enough attention and everything. So this week, I want you to look at, is it your love life you're not giving attention to? Is it your career you're not giving attention to, consistent attention to? Is it your children? Is it yourself? Is it your self-love? So, today, think about this. What you are not giving attention to in your life is going to become that. And that's sad. Because you know what? The time is now to start looking at that thing. This thing, I guarantee you, if I continue this experiment, giving this attention will probably start to heal it. So, what are you ignoring and what are you giving attention to? All right? So, I will see you next week. And as I say, I pray that love will guide you until we speak again. Please leave some comments below because I love that. All right? Have a great day. And if you need anything at all, go to attractpositiveresults.com and I'll help you out. See you later. Bye.